All right, let's jump right into it. Picture a football landscape that's been totally, fundamentally transformed by technology. We're talking a world where the beautiful game collides head-on with cutting-edge visual spectacle. In this explainer, we're going to break down an absolutely incredible concept pitch for a future World Cup in 2035. I really want you to visualize the environment we're about to explore, because it completely rethinks how we experience live sports.
And I'll tell you, this pitch wastes absolutely no time. Just imagine the opening 0 to 3 seconds. You are instantly hit with this epic impact sound and the deafening roar of a massive crowd. Out of nowhere, a giant, glowing, holographic World Cup trophy just materializes right above the stadium, and it's all captured through this lightning-fast drone dive. Then, it hits you with this massive text. This is the World Cup of the future, complete with the exploding head emoji. It is, literally, the ultimate visual hook.
Section 1. The 2035 World Cup Vision. So we're deconstructing a rapid-fire 25-second vertical concept video. Notice the anatomy of this hyper-condensed pitch. It's structured perfectly for our modern, super short attention spans, right? It kicks off with that holographic hook in the first 3 seconds, sweeps right into the stadium buildup, drops the pace into this slow-motion action sequence, and then wraps it all up with a massive climax and global resolution. It is honestly a masterclass in holding a scroller's attention.
Section 2. Inside the futuristic stadium.
Now this part beautifully illustrates the vibe between the 3 and 8 second mark. And let me tell you, it is pure sensory overload. The drone is flying through this massive futuristic architecture all set under a crazy glowing neon sky. You've got dazzling fireworks popping off, laser lights slicing through the air, and these immersive holographic displays, all captured with this really fast-paced flying drone camera movement. It's visually relentless, but in the absolute best way possible.
But who's actually experiencing this whole sensory explosion? 100,000 fans. That's the massive scale of the crowd we're looking at here. Over all those incredible high-tech visuals we just talked about, a voiceover boldly drops in and says, 100,000 fans, one legendary moment. It completely grounds all that flying camera work and neon lighting into a deeply human context. It's this massive, shared human experience.
Section 3. The game-changing shot.
Okay. Notice how the pacing strategically shifts right here. We go from that chaotic drone flying to an absolute dead crawl. To build up anticipation for the cinematic climax of the match, we hear this super dramatic voiceover line. Just imagine hearing the shot that changed football forever, while the visuals suddenly drop into ultra slow motion. It creates incredible tension. You're literally on the edge of your seat.
The really crucial thing here is how this specific moment is detailed. We go step by step through some incredibly intense, highly detailed physical cinematography. First, the football boots strike the ball in ultra-slow motion. Then, you see these tiny water droplets vividly flying off the surface of the ball. And finally, the grass particles just explode upwards with this dramatic motion blur. It is a beautifully crafted contrast to those massive, wide stadium shots we were just looking at.
And then, the tension just snaps. Between the 14 and 20-second mark, the energy speeds right back up to 100. The ball flies directly into the top corner of the net. It's this massive release of energy that totally pays off all of that slow-motion buildup.
This climax is a full-on euphoric sensory explosion happening the exact millisecond the goal is scored. We are talking a massive confetti explosion, stadium lights flashing everywhere, an epic music drop, and the ultimate crowd eruption. It perfectly wraps up the stadium narrative with an absolute peak of excitement and volume.
Section 4. One World, One Celebration.
You know, a World Cup isn't just about what happens inside the stadium. In the final 5 seconds, the focus completely shifts over to the global, human element of the sport. We see fans gathered in city streets worldwide, waving their national flags, just engaged in joyful dancing and singing. And what's really fascinating to me here is the psychological impact of the contrast. These fans are bathed in this beautiful golden hour sunlight. That natural warm lighting triggers a much more organic emotional response compared to all the artificial neon and laser lights of the 2035 stadium we spent the first 20 seconds exploring.
As we take in those natural, joyous, global celebrations, we hear this really powerful closing voiceover. One game, one world, one celebration. It's brilliant because it perfectly ties the global human experience, which is, let's face it, the real heart of football, to the crazy futuristic tech we saw at the very beginning. It grounds the entire pitch.
Section 5. Will you be watching?
Now, the creators know exactly what they're doing to trigger social media algorithms here. The call to action explicitly says, comment yes if you want football in the future. This actively recruits the viewer to engage with this 2035 vision right there in the comments section. It's pretty smart. It turns a quick visual pitch into an interactive community debate, basically hacking the engagement metrics to push the video even further.
Which brings us to the final prompt from the pitch itself. After seeing the giant holographic trophies, the massive 100,000-seat stadiums under glowing neon skies, the ultra-slow-motion grass explosions, and those beautiful global street celebrations, I'm going to turn this exact question right back onto you. Are you ready for the future of football? Would you watch this World Cup? Take a second and really think about it.